We've been silent all this time. We've been silent. I didn't have it on. So if anyone's watching on YouTube, good evening, everybody. Hello. Nice to be here.
Good evening.
Hello. Say hello, Kelly.
Hello, Kelly.
Yeah, there we go. That's waiting for that. Yes, we're trying to get this to work because we're live to you now from... We've been silent all this time. Yeah. We've been silent all this time. We're new to this. We're new to this, aren't we? We're new to this. So if anyone can actually comment on the video on Facebook, that would be marvellous. So that we know where it's coming from.
Why don't you go to the actual video?
That's not it. That's a different one.
Well, where did the chat come from yesterday?
Well, a different video.
Oh, this is where it is.
No, this is a different video. This isn't the same one. I promise you, it's not the same one. We might have to stop this and start it again.
Yes.
Yeah, we might have to stop and start it again, perhaps. But, yeah, so if anyone can hear us, can you drop us a message on the video? That would be marvellous. Because we don't know where this live video is on Facebook.
Turn it off and start again.
There we go. I think that's it. There we go. Here we go. These are the messages. Here we go, Kelly. There we go. Here we go.
So people can hear us.
They can. But we have to stop this because if we can't have that running at the same time.
No.
So, I think we're up and running. I think we're working. I think it's working. I'm going to have to sort something else out for next time. And definitely for the quiz on Wednesday, I'll have it sorted by then. So... Right. It's time for your questions. Have we got any questions, Kelly?
Have I got any questions? No. Do you know what you're doing?
Not completely, no. This is all very new to me. What we've done is I've used another program to try and broadcast it to both of our things, both to YouTube and to Facebook, which is quite tricky, really, actually. So
I'm just trying to see if
we've got a comment. Someone's commented on YouTube. Thank you, Joe Roffey.
Hello,
I'm glad
Joe.
you can hear us. So all I need now are questions. This is what this is for. It's a question and answer session. Cheers, everyone.
So where do you see the questions, son? You got them?
No one's asking any questions. Well, we did have one question that came in via postcard and was posted to us. And that was from Come On Eileen. We haven't said that for a little while, have we? Dancing is your life, but do either of you have any hobbies? And if so, what?
Okay.
Well, you can go first, Kelly, if you like, with that.
Hobbies? Not really. No.
Nothing at all, really.
No. I think there's things I like doing, but I wouldn't necessarily call them hobbies. You know, I like cooking and baking and turning my hand to creative things, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a hobby. I suppose you could, but I don't get that much time to do it. So until perhaps now, in the next couple of months, I'll have a bit more time to explore those things. But yeah, anything creative. I like to do a bit of baking. I will like make Ella's birthday cakes and things like that. Not that I'm very good or anything, but you know, I'll turn my hand to anything like that. Floristry and stuff like that. I'll have a little go at making a wreath or things like that. But yeah, I need to find something that I like doing on a more regular basis, I think. It's on a to-do list.
Well, clearly my hobby is setting up online streaming. No, I don't really have any hobbies at all either, actually. The only thing that I do outside of my spare time is perhaps play some computer games, but even then really I don't play that much. Football Manager most of the time. Football Manager. I take Southampton to the dizzy heights at the top of the Premier League. Yeah, that's about it really. unfortunately. We don't really have time. And then when we do have time to not have to dance or be in the studio, we typically we don't do anything at all really. We just tend to chill out and do very little. Yeah. That's it really. So we've got this up now, the live bit now, but there's no messages coming through to us. I don't know why there's no messages coming through to us.
Should have kept it simple.
Time to not have to dance or be in the studio talking. We typically don't do anything at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. There we go. There they all are. Yeah. Here they all are. We've finally found it. Yes.
What are you drinking?
Right, okay. Now, I do apologise now. Lots of apologies for this. There's no messages coming through. We're very new to this. We're good at dancing.
Stop apologising.
Alright, I'm going to go back up to the top.
Should have kept it
So, shall I read them all out?
No.
Go first. We typically... There we go. So hello, lots of hellos. I'm going to do that. There we go. There they all are. Here they all are. We finally found it. Yes. Didn't ask it.
What are you drinking?
Pick me. Right, okay. Now, I do apologise now. Lots of apologies for this. Right, where's the first one? We're very new to this.
We're
good at dancing.
Stop apologising.
Alright, I'm going to go back up to the top. So, shall I read them all out? No. Go first. We typically... That is a long question.
Do it
In a nutshell, I'm going to do that. There we go. There they all are. Basically, they all are. We finally found it. Yes. When we start pick me. Right, okay. Now, I do apologise. We decided lots of apologies. We wanted to. Where's the first one? We're very new to this. We're good at dancing. Something I've always wanted to do. Right, I'm going to go back up to the top. So, shall I read them all out? No. So, we inquired about ponies, and it's a long question. Very quick. In a nutshell, I'm going to do that. There we go. There they all are. Basically, they all are. We finally found it. Yes. When we start pick me. Right, okay. It's a long time. Now, I do apologise. Lots into something we wanted to do. Where's the first one? Very new to this. People good at dance. Something I've always wanted to do. I'm going to go back up to the top. So, shall I read them all out? No. So, we inquired about ponies. It's a long story. Do you know what? We've had a whole day. In a nutshell, we'll do that. There we go. There they all are. Basically, they all are. We finally found it. We lost it. Yes. When we start pick me. Right, okay. It's a long time. Now, I do apologise. Lots into something we wanted to do. Where's the first one? Very new to this. People good at dance. I will discuss that. I might do it. So, shall I read them all? So, we inquired about ponies. It's a long story. Do you know what? We've had a whole day. In a nutshell, we'll do that. There we go. There they all are. Basically, they all are. We finally found it. We lost it. Yes. When we start pick me. Right, okay. It's a long time. Now, I do apologise. Lots into something we wanted to do. Where's the first one? Very new to this. People good at dance. I will discuss that. I might do it. So, shall I read them all? So, we inquired about ponies. It's a long story. Do you know what? We've had a whole day. In a nutshell, we'll do that. There we go. There they all are. Basically, they all are. We finally found it. We lost it. Yes. When we start pick me. Right, okay. It's a long time. Now, I do apologise. Lots into something we wanted to do. Where's the first one? Very new to this. People good at dance. I will discuss that. I might do it. So, shall I read them all? So, we inquired about ponies. It's a long story. Do you know what? We've had a whole day. In a nutshell, we'll do that. There we go. There they all are. Basically, they all are. We finally found it. We lost it. Yes. When we start pick me. Right, okay. It's a long time. Now, I do apologise. Lots into something we wanted to do. Where's the first one? Very new to this. People good at dance. I will discuss that. I might do it. So, shall I read them all? So, we inquired about ponies. It's a long story. Do you know what? We've had a whole day. In a nutshell, we'll do that. There we go. There they all are. Basically, they all are. We finally found it. We lost it. Yes. When we start pick me. Right, okay. It's a long time. Now, I do apologise. Lots into something we wanted to do. Where's the first one? Very new to this. People good at dance. I will discuss that. I might do it. So, shall I read them all? So, we inquired about ponies. It's a long story. Do you know what? We've had a whole day. In a nutshell, they tell me. There they all are. Basically, they all are. We finally found it. We lost it. Yes. When we start pick me. Right, okay. It's a long time. Now, I do apologise. Lots into something we wanted to do. Where's the first one? Very new to this. People good at dance. I will discuss that. I might do it. So, shall I read them all? So, we inquired about ponies. It's a long story. Do you know what? We've had a whole day. In a nutshell, Dizzy, tell me it's Dizzy. Basically, we lost this. When we stopped talking to me. Right, okay, a long time now. I do apologise. Lost into something. I'm very new to this. You'll get it done. I will discuss it. I might do it twice. So shall I read the breakdown? Let's try that. So we try to do it. It's a long story.
Is that better?
We're not going to know because we can't see the messages anymore.
I think the program that you're using is not good.
Can you log in on your phone and see if the messages come up on there?
I think you need to just stop it and start again. I don't know how to.
Just press play on that. Ah, Darren says better. Good, right. So, clearly, when we have that running in the background...
There's an echo.
There's an echo, which is a bit strange,
So sound is still okay? Now I need to find all these questions again. 85 comments. Oh,
do you want Daddy to do it?
No.
You sure?
Don't touch my phone. Okay, so we've answered 2 questions.
Okay, what's the next one, Kelly?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to find them.
Okay.
Does your little one like dancing? Yes, so we did that. Well, did everyone hear the answer to that question? The answer was she doesn't like us.
Doesn't like us?
But she likes ballet, so
yeah.
That was the answer in a nutshell. Then it was all about the sound, all about the sound, all about the sound. As we can't do a full routine, can we have some videos on technique? Yes, we are planning to do that. Latin preferably, because we don't have enough space for ballroom. That's fair enough. We will have some, perhaps some ballroom exercises that you can do, which will help. So don't rule it out, is what I'd say. Facebook is overlapping with YouTube. That's why they couldn't hear things.
Why are they watching Facebook and YouTube at the same time?
No, I don't think that's what they mean. Don't worry, James.
Okay.
Okay.
I know. Okay, I get what you mean.
How much benefit for social dancing shoes have? A lot. I think if you're going to do dancing regularly, you need proper shoes. You know, they're designed for dancing. It's better for dancing on the floors, the wood floors, the soles of the shoes. Also for comfort, dance shoes. As long as you buy good dance shoes, there are a lot of awful dance shoes out there, and you know, it's really worth investing a little bit of money, especially if you are doing it a lot. I can understand why some people, if you're only trying it out, then yeah, maybe you don't want to do that. But if you know you're going to do it regularly, then invest in a good pair. We use Ray Rose. That's who we recommend.
They're the best shoes in the world,
They
aren't
are.
they? They're the best shoes in the world.
The look on your face, James, is priceless.
No, it actually costs a fair amount of money.
Okay. More question. No.
I'm going to get it on my phone as well.
James is drinking beer.
I am.
I'm
I'm
having
drinking
wine.
a little bit of Ho Garden this evening.
Happy Mother's Day.
Bit of Ho Garden, like a
yesterday.
bit of Ho Garden. It's reasonable up the shop. In fact, our wine shop's closed, isn't it now?
It has.
Which is devastating. Devastating.
Kai says, "Hey strangers."
Hey, stranger.
Tiddlywinks from Richard.
How's your teeth, Kai?
Whiter than white.
They are. Is that what he said already?
No, I just said that.
For a second, I thought he'd replied that quickly.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find these messages as well.
Are you missing us?
Who said that?
Diane.
No. I'm not missing Diane, that's for sure.
Bojo's going to have to work hard to be more epic than this. I don't know what that means. If you found yourself in room 101, what would your torture be? Oh dear.
Torture?
Torture. Don't put that on.
I'm not putting it on, I'm
Wrong with
getting the
you?
messages.
Do we have any more questions? That's all I've...
What's Argo doing?
Found.
Argo, are you advertising on our feed? Get off our feed. Look at him. If any of you need international dance shoes, use my code ARGOOB15 for discount. International dance shoes fall apart, so I wouldn't suggest you buy those.
Right, so does anyone have any other questions? Can hear you loud and clear now. Good.
I've got a question here from Samantha Deacon, from the girls. Hello, girls.
Hello.
What is your favourite ballroom and Latin dance? Well, my favourite ballroom dance is foxtrot, and my favourite Latin dance is actually the jive. However, I don't like dancing it very much, if I'm honest. It's a bit too strenuous, isn't it? It's far too strenuous. Dance properly, it's far too strenuous. So really, my favourite dance, the foxtrot, really trumps everything, if I'm honest. The jive, I do like jive. When I competed, the jive was my best Latin dance as well anyway. It was the one I got marked the best in. What about you, Kel? I think I know the answer to this one.
Ballroom, I would say definitely foxtrot, just because as an all-rounder, for me, it has a little bit of everything. You know, it
doesn't have any jive in it.
What I mean by that is it's soft yet it's strong. The music, well, generally the music's pretty good and enjoyable, and I think it's a little bit more versatile when it comes to dancing shows and things like that. I think you can play around with the choreography a little bit more. And Latin, I would say rumba. I just really like rumba. I like watching it. I don't really necessarily like dancing it much either. I don't really like dancing Latin much. But I really enjoy watching rumba, and especially if it's done really well. And my favourite is basics, always basics. I think when you see them done beautifully, it always looks its best. So that would be my favourite too. And then there was a question I saw. How old were you when you started dancing, James?
2.5. I was very little, but I started with ballet and tap. Not ballet and tap actually. No, I started with some sort of. I can't quite remember what it was actually. I think it was just running around.
Hip hop.
Can you see me doing hip hop at any stage in my life?
We might have to start a few hip hop videos.
I don't think we're going to do that. Yeah. No, I started with ballet and tap predominantly. It was some sort of just creative dance for kids really, then a bit of ballet tap, and then went into ballroom and Latin as well. And I gave up ballet and tap when I was about 10, and then I did some contemporary in there as well actually, a little bit of contemporary, bit of jazz, a little bit for a little while when I was in the Southampton Musical Society. I was in a few productions at the Mayflower, so I did a bit of other dance genres as well, and then predominantly I did stick with ballroom and Latin from 10 onwards only. But I started ballroom and Latin, I think I was about 4 when I started that.
Very nice.
Yeah, thanks very much, Carl.
Nice story.
Thanks very much, thank you. What a lovely story.
Do dancers have nicknames for each other?
What about you? When did you start dancing? I think it's for both of us.
No, it said James.
You were about 17, weren't you, when you started dancing?
I was 9 when I started dancing, so that's quite late, really, for a lot of dancers. So yeah, I started when I was 9. I went straight into ballroom and Latin, actually. Probably where I was from, it didn't appear to be a lot of dancing around. So I don't know. I went to a competition with my grandmother one day because her neighbour's daughter danced. She did ballroom, and I watched, and then I said I wanted to do it. So they took me to the kids' classes on a Saturday, and then I just didn't really stop. So yeah. That's it really, went straight into it. I did a little bit of ballet and tap and all that sort of thing in school, but you know, you only do those sort of things for like a term, and there was a lot of contemporary in that. But yeah, I wouldn't say that I really danced those styles of dance because it was very short little spurts of it. So yeah, ballroom and Latin has always been something I've done, and obviously when James and I got together, just specialised in ballroom really, because that was always my favourite. So yeah, there you go. Then there was, do dancers have nicknames for each other?
I've got a nickname for Kelly, but I
nice
can't broadcast it
nicknames.
Really. Oh, Sweet Cheeks. I do call you Sweet Cheeks.
Doris. Where's your Doris?
Well, that was an old one.
Yeah.
We don't really use that one anymore.
No, that's why we called the cat Doris though.
We did. I can get away with using that name now. Yeah. well, I'm going back through. There's some more pictures, more questions. Questions.
I can't find any more questions.
I found some. Well, we didn't answer the 101 one, did we yet?
Oh, the room 101 one.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Well, room 101 is what you put in. You put into room 101 the things you don't like very much. That's a bit of a question to think about, actually. Some of the things that I don't like. Backpacks. If I could put something into 101, I'd put backpacks.
But you have a backpack.
I have, yeah. No, my backpack's not quite the same, though, is it? It's not quite the same.
Still a backpack.
It's still a backpack, but it's not... I travel a fair bit, not at the moment, of course, and then I'm in queues to get onto planes, and there's people that have got backpacks that are 3 times as deep as they are. So you see a person, and it's just like a normal person, they turn round, perhaps, and then there's like a depth of 3 of them behind them, and they smack into you. And and if you wear a backpack a lot, it gives you terrible posture. Fact, doesn't it, Kelly?
It can do if it's overloaded.
Like this. I see them like this. You see them in the mirror like that? You wear a backpack for too often. Too much.
That's why you should... Yes, we're going to talk about posture. I actually thought about it a lot last night whilst I was trying to go to sleep.
I was thinking about stuff as well last night when I was trying to go to sleep.
Posture?
No, not about posture.
I was thinking about posture.
It was related to this.
I was going to put it across in a video. We're going to record that one though because it's quite a subject actually.
Oh, you were going to have a chair tonight, weren't you?
You were going to give me a chair.
I didn't give you a chair. You're stuck on the sofa.
He wants to keep me lower than him. That's what it's like.
You're just further away. That's all it is.
Or I'm smaller than you.
You are smaller than me. Hello, Richard Blatchford, by the way. Hello, all the way from over there in Florida. Must be early in the morning for you. Oh no, afternoon. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you messaging me too. How is it in Florida at the moment? How are things out there?
I can't answer you back.
No, I know he will.
Instantly.
I know. He'll come back to me at some point. There was another question. I'm sure there was. Maybe not. Maybe we're done.
Does James cope well with Kelly being more wise and intelligent? No.
Who wrote that? Hang on, let me find it.
My lovely friend David.
Why
can't you find it?
I can't find it.
This is interesting because you have to do newest, most relevant, or all comments.
David Malabone. Ah, Mr. Malabone. Well, who's the clever one? I married her. Huh? Who's the clever one? I saw that look. Any nicknames for Diane and Katie?
Oh, I haven't got that question.
See, I'm
Nicknames for Diane and Katie?
Yeah.
Yes, we can't repeat them.
No, we certainly can't repeat them. I don't think we've got nicknames for them as such. I mean, to be honest, yeah, no, Katie doesn't have a nickname. She just has these things that she does on a regular basis. So, yeah, no nicknames as such.
To be honest, I did think these questions would be a little bit more dancing related.
Yeah.
People are obviously very bored.
They are clearly very bored.
Yeah.
When I sort this out as well, the Facebook and YouTube thing, the idea is many people, of course, have YouTube on their smart television, so it means that you can sit on your comfy sofa or whatever and watch us on a telly. So that was my intention for the quiz on Wednesday. If you want to join in for the quiz, I hopefully will have ironed out all the problems with the sound and everything by then, and the chat as well. But however, you don't really need the chat for the quiz. You just need to watch us because you're going to message us with your answers.
I found another question.
Have you?
Did you both have other careers before teaching dancing?
Careers.
Careers is a...
Careers? No.
I wouldn't call jobs I did before dancing careers, no.
So, go on, you can go first if you want. What you did beforehand?
What I did before. So I had a lot of jobs. I started working when I was 14 in a chicken and chip shop. Yeah, that was good fun. And then I also, my first job out of school, I worked in a law firm. Well, I worked for a few different law firms, doing various types of jobs, secretarial, administration type things. A lot of them very interesting, actually. I didn't not like it, but ultimately I wanted to dance, so that kind of came second to that. The best job I ever had, other than dancing, was working in a place called Ephraim Island in Australia, and it was this beautiful, beautiful development on the Gold Coast, in a place called Paradise Point. I'm really selling it to you now, aren't I? And I used to basically act as sales support and take people around, show them into these beautiful homes, apartments and the like, to sell them. It was very fun. I liked it a lot, and if I didn't dance I would have perhaps had a bit more of a career in that direction. It was basically just very beautiful. It wasn't very difficult to go to work. I did enjoy it a lot, actually. Yeah. And then I decided that I'd keep dancing, so I moved over here. What about you?
I went to college, left school at 16, went to college, studied business, did that for a year. It did go well, didn't it? You cheeky scamp. Then I left, actually, after a year, and got a job to pay for dancing, because it was so important for me to be able to dance. And I worked at Tyrac in Portsmouth for a while, which was fun. So that was my start of working in the PO postcode, because it seems that my entire working career pretty much has been in the PO postcode. So I worked at Tyrac for a little while, then I got a job working at the Inland Revenue for a couple of years, from when I was 18 to 20. So I worked in just the very basic stuff, the bit of admin. From there I then worked, which was a much better job, worked in marketing for the Brit Allcroft company, who used to make the Captain Pugwash and Thomas the Tank Engine. I actually had the real Thomas the Tank Engine model under my desk for quite a while, which was fabulous. Yeah, it's surprisingly big as well. Actually, it's about this big. It's quite a big model. So those sets must have been enormous, actually. And then from there, I went to work for Aon Risk Services, insurance company in Fareham. Worked there for a little while. I was just a guy on the phone there selling insurance packages and that sort of thing. Then I worked for Norwich Union Healthcare, which was fun.
This is thrilling.
It's delightful, isn't it? Delightful, yeah. I did quite enjoy working at Norwich Union Healthcare, though. That was quite good fun. I worked in the complaints department eventually. I started on the phones, and then I moved to the complaints department, and I was in this special team that dealt with the complaints, because they had a particularly bad call centre. They used to rile people up all the time, so they used to just get put through to me and a few others in the team. And we did really well. We did so well, in fact, that they disbanded the team because they weren't need more complaints anymore.
Where is the Thomas the Tank Engine model now?
I don't know. Bet
that would be worth some money.
Oh God, yeah, it'd be worth quite a lot.
You should have put it in your bag.
I should have done. Yeah. I had to have had a big bag to put it in. I haven't finished.
Oh, okay.
I haven't finished.
Carry on.
And then after I worked at Norwich Union Healthcare, that's when I then was a bit more serious with my dancing, and I didn't work properly for a while. And then I did a few temp jobs. I was dancing a lot more, travelling a fair bit. That's when I was in my early 22, 23 sort of age. And then I got some temp jobs just to fill some time. I was travelling a fair bit. Then I did a little bit of work as an estate agent when I didn't have a partner. I didn't have a partner for a while, so this is before we got together, actually. I worked as an estate agent in Fareham again, next door to a friend of mine's restaurant called Lancashire, which isn't there anymore. And that's when I got to know Mark Searle as well, who is our hairdresser now. That's the last proper job I had, actually. If you can call being an estate agent a proper job. I haven't worked properly since then. That was 2004. So 16 years, man and boy, dance teacher.
Okay. I'm finding more questions.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
I'm finding more questions. Peter Maisie, I asked 2 dance questions, too boring. I didn't see them, so hopefully I'll find them. Or you'll find them. Diane, can you post the ballet exercise you taught in the technique classes? I plan to.
We're going to do that.
We're going to do that.
Yeah.
Joseph Roffey, do you ever feel particularly proud of choreographing for a class or a couple? Which choreography that you've designed for somebody else did you enjoy designing most, and why? That's full on, that question. I'm going to leave that one for you. You do most of the choreography.
Yeah, I do more of the choreography than you do. Yeah.
I think it's hard to say. I think with choreography, you don't necessarily.
Not enough, Graham.
I
Not enough.
What?
Sorry, Graham's just asked the question, how many beers have I had? I stumbled over my tongue slightly.
I think with choreography, it's more if you perhaps come up with a step or a combination of steps. I wouldn't say designing the whole routine. It's hard to stick that to your memory, because you do so many of them. But there's certain steps and things that you tend to become proud of, I think, or combinations of. In the
past, I suppose even now as well, I've been more proud of some of the things I've done with wedding dances, actually, because that's
hard.
That's quite difficult sometimes, depending on who you get coming in. And it's for a one-off special occasion, and sometimes it really comes off and it's quite something amazing, and you feel really proud of what they've done, because it's such a short period of time, because they're almost always non-dancers completely, and they come in not doing anything, and then they within 3 hours or 4 hours can do this amazing little routine that they're going to perform in front of all their guests and family and friends and everything. So that's quite empowering, actually.
Well, it's nice.
It's quite good, yeah.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. It's different. It's a difficult question, Joe. It's a different question, but I mean, to be honest, I mostly get enjoyment out of seeing people have fun dancing, and whether that's in a simple routine or a fancy routine. I know it sounds a little bit
I think
poetic, but
for me, it's just if someone enjoys a step. So if I've put something together for somebody else, and if they really enjoy dancing it, then I find that quite rewarding. Because you never know, you put things together for people and you don't know whether they're going to like it or not, and it can be a bit hit and miss until you really know the couple. And so if you get it right, then that's quite nice. I found another question. What's your favourite place you have danced at?
I've got 2.
What, 2 favourite places?
2 favourite places.
Okay.
Yeah. One of which is the Albert Hall in London. It is amazing. I think we take Blackpool for granted a bit too much. It's a great place to dance, but we take it for granted somewhat because we go so often, because you dance there all the time.
Well, you have.
Well, yeah, true. But the Albert Hall is something special, especially dancing there in the evening with the band and everything. There's a certain quality to that that's amazing. And the other one is the Budokan in Tokyo.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you like dancing?
I did.
There? I didn't.
No? Well, the result wasn't very good.
No. Bad memories.
I know.
For me, Blackpool, that's the best place to dance. I sort of feel, even though I haven't actually danced an awful lot there, because my dancing career in the UK has been quite short, but I just find it's very special to be in that room with the orchestra and everything. I find that's very special. But having said that, if you can dance at the Royal Albert Hall, then that is special, because you have to do qualifying rounds beforehand in a different venue. So when you make the Albert Hall that you've achieved something. So yeah, that is quite nice too. Internationally, probably the Australians.
Very different sort of thing. That's an arena. It's a stadium.
Yeah, but it's quite nice that you come down the steps and everything. I think that's quite unique, because not many places do that. So you come down the steps, you get introduced. I think that's quite nice. I think it's changed venues now though, so I don't know how they do it, whether it's in the same format, but
I think it is actually.
Is it? Yeah. I think that's quite special.
We're very lucky that we've danced all over the place, so you get to experience these wonderful, wonderful places. The Dutch Open as well, when it used to be at Slagharen. No, we never danced that together. I danced that as an amateur, and the second year I danced that, the atmosphere was amazing, absolutely amazing. So that was awesome as well. That was in Slagharen, and that venue burnt down.
Oh.
Insurance job.
Oh dear.
Probably.
There's another question.
I don't know. Maybe. We've got quite a few actually.
Yeah. Were you approached by Strictly?
Yes. We weren't.
We weren't together.
I was. Twice.
The problem was you didn't have me.
I didn't. If I had you the first time, yes, I think we'd have been on. No, the first I got approached for the second series, third series and fifth series, I think, or second, fourth and fifth, second, third and fifth. I can't remember. Yeah, so I missed out twice. I was first reserve, and then the third time I told them where to go-ish.
You didn't
Well, I was a bit arsey, if I'm honest.
Naughty you.
They asked me to go for an interview twice, and twice. Well, the very first time they said we wanted you, but then we wanted someone else. But the other person we wanted had to come with their partner, but we wanted the partner, so we had to go with the couple. So we're really sorry. We love you as a reserve. And then they had me again on the next time, the third series. They called me up and asked me in. I went for another interview, and they said again, we'll have you as a reserve. And then the next time I went in for an interview, they asked me for the following series. I said, why do you keep asking me and then not putting me on the show? I said, I'm a bit fed up. You either want me or you don't want me. Funnily enough, I never had another interview.
That went down well.
It went down very well. Very well. That was a long time ago now, though. I could replace Anton, I'm sure.
Kathleen says you have a giant mug of tea.
No, it's definitely beer. Definitely beer. It's not even very strong. Not very strong, but perhaps I'm tired. To be honest, I'm a little thrown because this hasn't quite worked out this evening how I planned it to work out, and the questions, the things aren't coming in quite so well. So it's disappointing. So it's thrown me a little bit.
Did you dance at the Tower Blackpool?
Yes.
Yes, he did. I never have, apart from visiting there for a tea dance for our dance holidays. But yeah, you did as a boy, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
As a boy, as a young boy.
Graham, sorry to neglect you slightly there. So Graham wants to know where he can find some eggs.
Eggs?
We haven't got any eggs.
No.
We don't eat eggs, unfortunately.
No. I don't know.
If anyone's got some eggs, don't throw them at Graham, but...
Peter Maisie had 2 dance questions, but I can't find them at the moment. I can't find any new questions, can you?
No, not at the moment. I'm sure I saw something. I did see something.
Is everyone still online with us, or are we losing people
We've
now?
got...
29?
Yeah, that's about right. I hope everyone's doing okay.
I hope everyone had a lovely day yesterday as well. No, I can't find any new questions. So
No.
Have we waffled on too much now?
We probably have.
I can't find Peter Maisie's dance questions. I got the one about doing some technique, Latin technique, which yes, we said we would do that, but we'll also do some ballroom ones as well, because we can do things that you can do in a small space. That's what we plan to do. How do you cope with bad days?
I never have a bad day.
What do you mean bad days? Like bad days dancing? If it's bad days dancing, I think you just have to take it as it comes sometimes. We all have them, and sometimes the best planning and everything can all go to pot, and when you get on the dance floor and you try and do something, it just doesn't work. So that does get less and less the more experienced you become, I think. So fear not. It's always hardest in the early days, and it gets hard in a different way as you get better. Would you agree?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. I mean, I just try and go in with a nice, cheery, positive disposition all the time, as best I can.
We used to have something on our door, didn't we, that said...
You hated it. Smile, it's a wonderful day.
No,
it used to say on our bedroom door, smile, it's a wonderful day.
No, it was about...
well, it did say that.
It was about if you're positive in your mind, then other things would become positive.
We also had smile, it's a wonderful day on our bedroom door.
Yeah, we had that as well.
And you ignored it lots of times.
But that's because I'm not a morning person. And I'd wake up and see that and I would be a little bit grumpy about it.
Huh. I'm having real trouble
getting... What's the story of Dizzyfeet?
Oh, that's another long...
Well, it doesn't have to be long.
Well, well, that's a great question. I've done a blog post on that a long time ago. I'll revisit that. So don't worry, Steve, I will I will.
It
I'll
involves
do that.
CB radios.
Yeah, I'll do that. Don't spoil it. I'll do that.
Spoiled it.
You give it a little bit. I'll do that. I'll talk about that.
Didn't spoil it.
Okay.
How do you cope with differences when working on a routine? Differences with your partner?
That's Peter, wasn't it?
Yes, that's Peter.
Yes. I'm not sure what he means. Does he mean? Do you mean different people? So, for instance, you've got a routine, and Diane's got a routine, and Kelly and I have a different routine. Do you mean that sort of thing? All the different routines? Because if that's what you mean, so when someone comes into the studio that I teach on a regular basis, often I don't see them. What I do see is I see steps, kind of. So not only do I see the person, I see what they do, which is a bit odd. So that's like hearing. That's when I hear music, I see dance steps. Doesn't matter what music it is. I see movement.
You conjure up an image in your mind.
So when I dance with Hilary, for instance, Hilary walks in the door, and Hilary looks like her dance routine. So I just dance with her, and she's got like this identity that is her routine and her steps. And I suppose it's really our job, isn't it? Our job is to remember these things.
Yeah, I think you just get used to it. I mean, sometimes a couple will come in, and I think, oh gosh, I can't remember what their routine is. Then we get started, and it all comes back. So. It's just a bit of a memory game, and I think it's something that you get better at coping with the more you're doing it. So, yeah, like anything, really. Like anything. Any other...
Did we dance on cruise ships?
Yes.
Yes. When we were younger, 10 years ago actually now, I think. When was the last time we did one? 7 years ago?
We did one before Ella was born.
7 years ago, 2013 we did one. We used to do it regularly, actually. We used to go on cruise ships a number of times a year, 2 or 3 times a year, because it was the only way we would get a holiday, actually. And it was paid, which was wonderful. So we used to get paid to go away on a cruise ship and teach dancing for a couple of weeks. Generally not that stressful, was it? It was generally quite lovely.
Good, yeah.
Quite lovely. I mean,
nice
not very big pay, not great pay at all, was
No.
it? But that didn't really matter. It was about getting away for a couple of weeks, which was super. And we travelled a fair bit because of that as well,
And
all over Europe.
Also doing that gave us a lot of experience with the social side of dancing.
What, you mean dealing with people?
Yeah.
Yeah. A broad spectrum of people.
But, you know, like, we didn't really do sequence or anything like that, so it gave us an idea of what that was all about. We still don't do sequence, but obviously we have Elaine who does sequence. And
It's a wonderful Elaine.
It's a big part of what we do, so having her doing that is a big positive or a big plus for our business. And also obviously for you guys, because you get to do it, you have the opportunity to do it. So yeah, it helped. It gave us a lot of experience with putting events together and seeing how things worked and in the social side of dancing. I found a couple more questions.
I found one as well. Has Strictly helped or hindered ballroom? I was working in Portsmouth when Strictly first came on the telly in 2004, and we had 135 people turn up for the first class after Strictly had come on the telly, which was like 100 people more than you'd normally go on, maybe 120 people more than you'd normally get. We had so many people we had to turn them away. They were queuing up down the road, down the stairs, out the road, round the corner, and we had to shut the doors and not let anyone else in, and start another new class on the following Sunday, which we got like another 100 people turn up to as well. So in the first few years, and I'd say in the first 5-6 years, to like 2011, 2012, Strictly had a massive impact on our industry, especially for the beginners, of course, people who've never done it before. I think it's tailed off a little bit now. I think it's kind of hit a plateau, really, hasn't it? It's become very mainstream now, and it's just accepted.
Yeah.
So whereas before people would do it because it was all new, and they'd never seen it before and never thought of, well, they hadn't seen it before. Of course they hadn't, really, some people, and wanted to try it. It's very much in everyone's psyche now. Everyone knows about it, knows what it is, and I think it has helped. Absolutely has helped.
I think it has helped a lot.
But it's not quite as explosive as it used to be.
No, but if you think about all the events that happen now because of Strictly, so you've got Strictly Cruises, and you've got all sorts of things that happen because of that TV show, and ultimately that is good for the business because it keeps it relevant, it keeps it current, and people want to be involved in it. And I think dancing will ultimately always be part of people's lives. But it just depends how far that net goes, and I think Strictly makes that net go a little bit further than it would have done, because I think it did kind of perhaps die off as a hobby for people. Now it's something that people want to do again. So I think that is a good thing.
Well, it wasn't seen as cool. I mean, when I was a kid at school, I was bullied is a strong word. I wasn't bullied really, but ridiculed a little bit for being a dancer, because it just wasn't fashionable at all. And that's when Come Dancing was on the telly, and the way in which it was packaged, I don't think it just didn't appeal to the wider public. Whereas the way it's done now, of course, it just appeals to everyone really. So anyone can really do it. Not that I agree with how they do Strictly all the time. But
obviously, by having celebrities and sports people and people that generally are not dancers, but people relate to in some way because they've seen them on the TV and everything, it means it's just generally more relatable. Whereas I think a lot of people are scared to turn up to a dance class because they think it's going to be something that it's not really, something stuffy, something unattainable perhaps, that you've got to be perfect straight away, and something we're very conscious of is making sure that people feel comfortable, that you haven't got to be perfect, and we're not expecting you to all be amazing, although all of you are, of course.
They are amazing, aren't they? They are amazing.
But everyone can do it to a certain level, and not everyone wants to be fabulous and amazing and all that, and that's absolutely fine as well. So we can help you no matter what your goals are.
If you were not dancers, what would be your ideal profession? Not the almighty James. That's Julie Harris.
No, I found a question.
The almighty, as in all-powerful being. Well, I am pretty much all-powerful in Dizzyfeet dancing, of course. I really don't know. I think I may have been an actor or something like that, something theatrical. I think I would have already had something creative in me. I was in the Southampton Musical Society as well before I made the decision. Well, that was when I was young, of course, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I think I would have gone that way, perhaps, or sports. I mean, my dad and my uncle were very top level sportsmen. My uncle played for Arsenal and Southampton and Swindon Town, and played for Hampshire cricket. So he played football for Arsenal, which was pretty cool. And my dad was a semi-pro footballer and played for Hampshire Seconds as well. So I would have probably gone down the sports route, maybe. I don't know, but I didn't really want to do that as a child, so I wanted to dance. So I don't think I would have done anything. I don't think I've done anything else, really.
Don't think you have?
No, I wouldn't have done. No, I wouldn't have done. You'd have worked. You wanted to work in McDonald's, didn't you? Because that would have been a step up from the chicken shop.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think the chicken and chip shop was better.
You think so?
Yeah. So I kind of peaked.
Was it like a couple of drumsticks, like that? Was their logo? Obviously, got the double M. Well, the double M, the big arches.
Do you know what it was called?
I don't. Who are you telling? I don't know.
It was called Speedy Chicken.
Speedy Chicken.
Yeah, let's not talk about that anymore.
So what would you have been?
What profession would I have liked to have done? I think anything creative, really. Probably, I was always quite good at sort of arts and design, that sort of thing. So yeah, if I had have perhaps nurtured that, I might have gone into something art and designy, which is very broad, really, the things that you can do, and that especially these days when you've got digital art and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I've always been quite inclined to be more creative than academic. So yeah, either that or selling gorgeous houses on islands. Interior design.
Yeah,
I've
been
that.
there. It's quite delightful. I would like to have lived there. Yeah,
I do love property, weirdly, and seeing things change, seeing things get better, and yeah, I enjoy all that side of things. So something kind of inclined towards like interior design and stuff would probably appeal to me.
Rudy says, "Are you able to dance at home? My garden's big enough, but the wellies are not helping." We need wellies as well, actually, Rudy, because
there's a welly dance.
There is a welly dance. Yeah, it's South African, isn't it?
It's South African.
Yeah. I'm not.
I don't know it.
We're not going to do that.
They do a lot of stomping.
We're not going to do that. We could dance at home, but we don't. If I'm honest, sometimes.
What, in the garden?
Or just anywhere.
We can't really dance at home.
Well, no, we don't though, do we? Even if we had the space, we probably wouldn't.
No, we would do exercises at home, but we wouldn't necessarily dance at home.
Our garden, we'd need more than wellies. We've got a mud bath out the back there, so yeah. Our grass just doesn't grow.
I need some gardening help if anyone wants to offer.
They're not allowed out, Kelly.
Wow.
Don't encourage people to leave the
I
house.
need someone to come and dig. Anything else?
Anything else?
Are we about to wrap up now?
Well, we're close to an hour. We've been online.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I know. It's gone so quickly. I did plan for this to be a bit more structured.
What is your favourite dance move and why?
Who's that from?
Christine Joyce.
Christine Joyce. My favourite dance move is a feather step in foxtrot because it's the most beautiful step in the world if danced correctly.
Wow.
There's a question that's come in via satellite. I'll come to that in a second.
Okay.
What's your favourite dance move and why?
Oh, my favourite dance move?
Yeah. I'm going to have to hurry you.
I might have to ponder on that for a little bit. So go to another.
We'll go to another question. Kelly's going to think about it. I'll come up with it. Yeah.
James, did you ever dance in one of those colourful onesies when you competed?
I think they're talking about a catsuit.
Yes.
No, I fortunately just missed that.
You do have a memory of Anton dancing.
Yeah, my first memory of Anton is at the Bournemouth Summer Festival, which is held in July. It was at the Pavilion then, it's now at the Bic. And there was just my memory of him is in a yellow outfit. I don't think it was a catsuit. I think it was custard yellow trousers with a waistcoat and perhaps a white or brown shirt. I think it might have been a brown shirt. And he just stood there doing this. That stood there, just literally standing there as his partner was dancing. He just stood still. It's funny. I saw him the other day, actually. You didn't see him, did you?
No.
Yeah, he was in his pants.
There's buffering issues now, apparently.
I know. What can I do? What can we do? That's all technical stuff. What can I do?
Okay.
This is
I think
technology for you.
If there's no more, I think, are we nearly there then?
Well, you haven't come up with your favourite dance move and
my
why.
favourite dance move, I'm still thinking about that.
Can we post the ballet exercises? Yes, we can. And
I've already addressed that.
No, Eileen. Come on, Eileen. Where are you? I've got to sort out the chat with this because this is so difficult. We need to have it on screen. I might have to just choose one or the other. Choose YouTube or choose Facebook for us to stream to.
I think that would be wise.
Yeah, I just try to cover all the bases, you see. It's very difficult.
It worked a lot better last night.
I know. Whilst I've got your attention, though, if you want to join in the quiz on Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, we need you to drop us a message on our Dizzyfeet phone so that we can register your interest and get your team name. And that's how you'll answer your questions. So we'll ask the question and then you'll drop a message to us on WhatsApp and we'll keep a record of your answer. And then we will release a leaderboard the day after. I don't know how many questions.
Some people said that they've lost sound now.
They've lost sound, have they? Oh, what a... is it my mother? Yeah.
So I think we need to wrap it up, don't we?
I think we might have to, yes. I think we might have to. Well, it has been an hour, though.
Yes, so
we've been chatting for an hour. Yeah. Well, yes. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for your questions. If there are more questions, please message them in advance. That might be better, actually.
Yes.
Yes. You're going to get a smack bottom next time I see you, Graham. The idea is to just try and cover as many bases as possible. So, and I know some people we've got YouTube on our telly, so it'd be quite nice to sit on the telly. Sit on the telly. Don't sit on the telly. Don't sit on the telly. To sit on the sofa and watch the telly, while you can watch these sort of things. But yeah, it might not be.
Anyway, not everything's going to be live though.
No, some things will be pre-recorded. So
yeah, we're going to pre-record some of the dance stuff in particular, because I just think it's better that way. Don't you?
Absolutely.
And
yeah, because it means if we make a mistake, then we can cover it up.
We can edit it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm sorry it's not been quite as easy today, but we're all learning these new things, and I'll get it right. Don't worry. I'll get it right so that this all works beautifully next time. All right. So hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday, 8 o'clock for our quiz. At the moment, I think I'm going to try and do that.
Will we see them tomorrow with something?
You want us to come back tomorrow?
No, probably not.
I need some time to prepare.
Yeah. Tomorrow
Yes.
we might work out some of the
If there's anyone that's got real good technical know-how on how I can get this stream working for both YouTube and Facebook at the same time, I've got all the software, I've got it all sorted, but there's some tinkering that needs to be done. Maybe Joseph Roffey can help me because he's a clever chap. Yeah, we'll hopefully have this on dual streams. If not, we'll just do it on the one on Wednesday for the quiz. So I'll drop a message on Facebook again about what we're going to do with the quiz for Wednesday night. We'd love you to join us. We've got 6 teams at the moment that are going to be taking part. It'd be great to have a few more of you. And look forward to seeing you. Stay safe, everyone. Stay healthy, and see you soon.